Happy Solstice and welcome to your daily download. Today's download is inspired by Richard Rudd, who put out a video on the city of romance. Richard Rudd did the Gene Keys, he authored the Gene Keys, and this city of romance, it's the 55th gene key, and it reminded me so much of the teachings from my professor 25 years ago. I was a religious studies major and just fell in love with the teachings of this one professor who taught on Eastern religions, particularly Hinduism and the Vedantic path. And in this Vedantic path, he studied deeply this path of bhakti yoga, which is the path of loving service, of devotion, and of this like reciprocal love affair, this romance that we are inside of on the planet, inside of this universe. It's this relationship of interacting with creation, with life, as your lover, as the beloved. And so it's not the cessation of the senses, but the awakening of the senses, the almost like ecstatic play within differentiation, within this realm of differentiation, that we can experience the other as the self, but also as distinct from the self, where we aren't the sugar, we can taste the sugar because there is a distinction. We each have this very unique encoded architecture that allows us to experience and explore with playful, open curiosity what the other has to offer, because it's inside of us, but it's different than us. So in this differentiated creational field, there is this process of exchange, this process of relating. It's relationship, being in relationship with the other, whether it's the tree or the breeze or the bees or the honey that the bees make. It's this deep, almost like, ecstatic love affair with life. So it's engaging with life as the beloved. And Richard Rudd was speaking into it as this journey of romance, like being in this ecstatic romance with life. And he was speaking into Indra's net, which is, something you can compare it to in like the synthetic matrix is the internet. It's the connection of all the computer systems, right? But Indra's net is the invisible interconnection of the living light codes inside of me, inside of you, inside of life forms. The beating heart inside the soul of every human on this planet has a sacred crystal jewel. And that sacred crystal jewel is a part of, is like a codex inside this fabric that's divinely holding the container of humanity. And for me, this is not just those incarnated. This is a universal and like cosmic net of living light that connects the eternal light of all that has been, all that will be, and all that is now. Maybe it's just all now, because time doesn't exist outside of this sector. So Indra's net is it's a unified field. It's unified field theory. It's unified, but it's not theory. It's the actuality. I mean, the rishis knew of this thousands and thousands of years ago. So this message really, it inspires me because it underlines and highlights and exclamation points. Just, we're not alone. We're in this together. Like, when I'm shooting this video and I'm having an inspired moment, it is affecting Indra's net. The more my light beams, the more it creates a vibration, a field in the net that's like, oh, it's gonna inspire through that like butterfly effect others in the living light field in this Indra's net. So when one awakens, it sends a ripple for the awakening of the many. So this is kind of we're universal powerhouses. And even if we're not like out there with, millions of followers, it's like, does the universe know you? Like, does the universe, are you letting the relationship with the universe know you? Are you letting this planet know you? Like, that's, to me, that's the truth. Okay, yeah, great if you have numbers, but if you don't have that living light, that living like connection, it's temporal. It's just a part of the synthetic matrix, right? Like, this living light, this Indra's net, this is like a part of the eternal energetic timeline that I am all about energizing, because it doesn't die. It's a living light that continues to feed the living light of planet Earth, of humanity, of the cosmos. And it's a very like empowering and personal and very deeply intimate relationship that each of us, it's our birthright to develop and cultivate and awaken and unify within. And it's ecstatic. It's love. It's a love affair. It's a romance. And the more we can let it in and permeate us, the more it can move through and just enliven us. So that's, for me, a message worth living for. It's like to just fully awaken and be alive inside of the body, inside of this living divine matrix. So Indra's net and the romancing life into awakening from like deep within you, through the senses and beyond the senses, into this invisible network, this invisible spectrum that connects us with the butterflies and the vibrations that the bees are connecting with, and just this whole invisible spectrum that's binding us in the most sacred, beautiful way. So that's a download. Hope you enjoyed it, and leave a comment. Let me know how you're inspired by this message, or what's happening for you in your awakening, what's lighting you up in this romance with life. Much love.